Hello, it's the Bad Mini Painter, and I'm currently getting my ass kicked by some Tomb Kings. So I thought, why not take a nice break and paint up some Space Marines, because, well, we know what it is, and it's fairly easy to get a decent result, unlike the Tomb Kings that are, as I mentioned, kicking my ass. So I had these Sternguard Veterans from the Leviathan box set that I'm almost done with, 2 models left. It's amazing. So I thought, let's slap chop them, because I've never done that on a video. And why not give that a go? Honestly, I'm a little bit tired of painting Space Marines, so as a little challenge to myself, I decided to go this way. I start out with a black primer, then I go in with Asian Grey, as you saw. Then a little bit lighter with the Mechanical Standard Grey, but still covering most of the bottles. Most of the surface. And then Celestial Grey for an even lighter smearing. It's more a smear than a brushing at this point, but still a light grey. And finally, I think I did, yes, White Scar for a rough dry brushing with a big dry brush from Citadel. And then I decided to try out the Talazar Blue, just slapping it all over the models. Oh, as you may have noticed, I've moved the camera to the other side to avoid getting my fat fingers in the way all the time. So, tell me what you think about this angle. It's fun fact, I'm blind on the left eye, so it's unnatural for me to have the camera to the left of me because I can't see what's going on. Anywho, let that dry, and then I go in with Oath. I have to stop using that color when I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. Ulthrion, that one, you can read, it's in the right corner. And I do that for the rims on the shoulder pads and the helmets, except for the sergeant thingamabob of the squad, who gets a red helmet. So this is a base layer for all the white. And I use Mephiston Red for the red helmet, because it's a nice red, and I had it right in front of me. I decided to use it for the wax emblem thingamabobs on the Purity Seals thing. Yes, that worked too. Next I go in with the Wraith Bone, and I draw the parchment, and also I give a base color of that for the cloth, the dress, because you know, a veteran wears a dress. So, yes. Then I do Mournfang Brown for all the leather parts. That's the gun holster and all the little very masculine bags on the belt. For all the little nifty things that you need in battle, I guess. Retributor armor. For some of the emblems, some of the decoration, and the chest plate. Yes, so instead of my fat fingers covering up the model, now the model is covering up the model. So I don't know if this is a step forward or backwards. I'm going to try it out for a little bit and see what the response is, I guess. Cloth is black, and I use that for the guns and for all the joints on the armor. It's a nice grayish black, and I think it works well for guns and things that like for things that are supposed to be rubber or latex of some sort. But I do also quite like the look of it on the weapons, instead of using Abaddon Black or one of the other alternatives. I think the little, like the grayish black is a better look for something that is supposed to be, I assume, painted metal. Next I go in with Iron Hand Steel for some details on the guns and for the vents on the jump pack, as well as buttons and other minor metal parts. Highlighting of the white parts I do with White Scar. I have watered mine down severely, so it's actually usable. And it helps to make a soft transition. Palette Bone from the Army Painter. It's a speed paint, and it works quite good if you want some beige, off-white cloth, for instance, like the little tiny dress that these superheroes wear. And I slap quite a bit on, try to avoid pooling. Next is Agrax Earthshade, and that's for all the leather and for the parchment on the sigils, finger bobs. Those, yes. Slap, slap, slap. It's a good but highly pigmented shade, as most Citadel shades are. Raglan Flesh Shade for all the gold parts. It adds some warmth to it, and it is an easy way to get some definition. So let's do that. Black wash for everything I painted covers black. It will seep into the recesses and highlight some details for me easily. I of course also use it for all the metal parts. Scrag Brown to highlight the leather. Again, a little easy step, but I think it adds quite a lot of interest to the model. So it's worth the time spending the extra 2 minutes it takes to just add a tiny highlight. And talking about highlights, I go back in with Wraithbone to highlight the very darkened down parchment, and also do some highlighting on the apron. Is it an apron? Anywho, I add some highlight on that too. Finally, it's time to do the eyes. Normally I don't bother with the eyes, but on these models it kind of made sense. So red for the white helmets, and for the single red helmet I decide to use mood green. Anywho, and this is the final result. So I say this often, but it could have gone worse. As a tabletop standard, this is fine. There's a bit of splotching on some of the aprons that I wish I could have avoided or spotted sooner. Especially number 4 from the left is pretty bad. But all in all, I'm happy with the result. It was an easy paint job. It was fun to do a little bit of slap choppity chop chop. Something. It's the first time on the channel, because honestly I think it's lazy, but I am lazy, so perfect match, right? Anywho, thank you so much for your time. I know there are tons of videos of very talented painters that paint models just beautifully, and I appreciate that you decide to spend your valuable time on my hack job. So if you haven't done so already, please do like and subscribe if you liked it, and I will see you very soon for another upload. Bye.